I don't mean no disrespect, y'all. Round two. Fight! We gonna start this week off ablaze, on fire. Your neighborhood wrinkled-faced traffic cone done stirred up the ire, giving me the desire to light up the pyre. Let's roast this hog fool, teeth bared with rabid destruction dripping from our drool and make him sweat and perspire. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? No, he can't, because Donald Trump is deaf, dumb, and blind, an idiot trinity. The president of America so lacks the ability of his position that he doesn't even have the instinctual reaction to put his hand on his heart when the Pledge of Allegiance starts. An egregious old fart. Wish I could close up his casket. There is literally nothing about this man that's attractive. Any sign of awareness, he lacks it. He speaks with the ease of a backfiring tractor. His mouth on a meltdown, he's a leaky reactor, poisoning everything he touches, taking America backwards. Look, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Nah, I'm kidding. This next fire, I'm happy to stoke. By Mr. O'Reilly, pack your shit up and take your coat. To play us out, Bill O'Reilly gets fired. Yeah, I'm coming for your throat, so let's go. Little Billy got tossed out down the sewage drain. Flush the toilet and stand right up. You foxes doo-doo stain. Racism ingrained. You need to rewire your brain. Cause every black man doesn't sell cocaine. Every black person isn't loud or insane. I don't know where you got these arcane notions that non-white people are profane corrosions on the metal of America. You know? How about I tattoo something on your forehead? Sexual predator. Let's get you registered. You want to call your black female coworker hot chocolate? Okay, then let's check your character. You slanderize American blacks, but got no problem with a sexual attack. Well, look at that. Looks like history's repeating itself. You sound like a slave master whose sexual fantasy was to help. Maybe your next book should be on your boy Thomas Jefferson in reference to your preference of the worst kind of Christian hypocrisy. The egotism that's the enemy of equality is for you so effortless. You're the kind of person that should never get any deference. You know what? I think the steak is done. I done sufficiently peppered him. Call me Diddy Combs. I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is Donald Trump is justly attacking the American opioid addiction with a $485 million grant for this American affliction. Oh wait, you want to know something funny? Just a tiny little admission. The budgeting for that funding was a bipartisan Obama decision. You old Milli Vanilli silly rabbit tricks for kids. Look, I rep the Fighting Irish. I'm pretty well educated. So it's going to take a hell of a lot more actual action for me to give you the satisfaction of any kind of positive compassion. The bad news comes back to our favorite Lucky Charm, trying to yank out all the bad hombres by the arm. Pretty pissed this week when I read that you can be a completely legal immigrant who committed a non-violent, non-trafficking crime, already served your penitentiary time, but with these heightened immigration relations, they can roll up on you on a dime, arrest and put you in the deportation line for a low-level marijuana offense on your criminal record. This design is the same old caste system effect, where poor blacks and poor Hispanics eat all the shit. You know, the only difference between them and the poor Appalachian dope fiends is weed doesn't kill you and opioids do. So you're going to find less of them in prison because that little thing called death intervenes. Guys, seriously, at this point in time, we have enough medical science to prove that of all of the vices that entice us that we indulge in regardless of advice, weed is not the one that's causing epidemics. Our alcoholism, our diabetes, our painkiller addictions are all systemic, and those things are completely legal. It's no longer legal for you to sit up on your perch and say that someone in prison for 10 years on a possession of weed is a worse person than your friend's mom who sits around popping pills like sunflower seeds and leaves to go to the store just like you or me, drinks a bottle of wine before bed. Son and daughter don't ask, they take care of themselves instead. And eventually they'll steal some of those pills, yeah, to use or to sell. And when they get caught and they go to jail, guess what? Mommy's lawyer comes through, just kids being kids, everything's swell. Well, that's enough for me for this week. But one last thing that's truly making me weak. I really wish I could like more about you, Donald Trump, but I can't even stand the company you keep. Sarah Palin, she makes a joke out of herself at least. Kid Rock, I don't really like the dude, but I don't really have any beef. But come on, Ted Nugent, that dude is the worst kind of creep. Remember when his old ignorant ass told Rage Against the Machine that speaking violent rhetoric against Bush's regime meant that they should be silenced for saying such things? Bruh, you're lucky I'm not the king, because I'd sew you together in the middle of the human centipede. Crap in, crap out, that's all you are to me. Man, you can't call Barack Obama a subhuman mongrel and a chimpanzee and say shit to anybody about what they should and shouldn't think. And anyone who knows me knows I remember everything, including that time you said that South Africans weren't all created equal and that the Africans who wiped their butts with their hands didn't deserve to be free. How about this, my friend? I'm gonna call up Uncle Richie and tell him your name's Cancer, because that's what you are to me. You're just a human example. And I'll laugh and laugh like the first time I heard him say, I'm gonna peel Cancer's muffin cap back Blue. One gun, one bullet, just for you. Yo, that was actually pretty disrespectful. But for real though, if you don't know who Uncle Richie is, go to your Google browser, type in Kevin Hart, Uncle Richie, and just get ready to laugh your ass up all day. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace.